Hello, 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 and welcome to Be Salty. Thank you all so much for stopping through and chiming in with us today. I'm super excited about today's conversation. Dating apps, we all are going through different situations in our dating life. So I am super excited to dive into this today. Dating apps, to swipe or not to swipe. Let's get involved in the conversation. So today I have a special guest. Her name is Chelsea. I'm super excited because she's also going to be at the event that's coming up on Sunday. And so before we dive into this conversation today, guys, if you have not gotten your tickets, go ahead, tap in today, get your ticket. We still have some buy one, get one free on there, as well as today is the last day of the ticket giveaway. So the rules are on the page. Be Salty on Facebook. If you're on Instagram, it's underscore Be Salty underscore. Or you can go to my personal page as well, Kendria Mitchell on Facebook. Or if you're on Instagram, it is underscore I'm just K underscore. So go ahead and get your tickets. We will see you on Sunday. And without further ado, hi, Miss Chelsea. How are you?
I'm well. Thank you so much for having me. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm ready to get this conversation started. Listen, with this Be Salty group, these people like to, well, as I say, we keep it real, raw, relevant, but all about relationships. So we
All
love
right.
to get down and dirty and talk about, everything on and off topic, right?
Yeah.
So I know we may deviate a little bit as we're talking about dating apps, but it's all about relationships. So, as we are getting started today, I would like for you to kind of tell us a little bit about your dating app, the inspiration behind it, where it came from, what you're doing with it, what your expectations are. Let's talk about it.
All right. Well, thank you again for having me. My name is Chelsea Nichols. I am one of the co-founders of Six Degrees. And I will just say that Six Degrees has been near and dear to my heart because I feel like there are so many of us that are single and many of us are suffering in silence. We are looking here and there for relationships, whether we're, going out in the bars or we're, on these various different dating apps. But what I found is that many of us are making connections, but they're not fruitful connections. They're not connections that are lasting connections. And I don't know about you, but I have a myriad of good girlfriends and guy friends that are all single, saved, educated, very attractive, and they're all struggling. They're struggling in the area of love, but they are flourishing everywhere else. I personally am single and I've had my experience on the dating apps, but I found that they were fairly toxic in that the gentlemen that I've connected with, they seem cool, but then once you start, conversing in the DMs, either they're just not being thoughtful in their conversation, or they're just, you can tell that their attention is elsewhere. They're just all over the place. And so I had to stop and look back at the relationships that I know are strong and solid and what their foundation was. And when I did a real audit, I realized that most of the strong relationships that I am familiar with, including my parents, who have been married for almost 40 years, they met through a mutual connection. And in this case, it was my uncle. And so just understanding that humans are meant to be connected via other humans, not algorithms. I decided,
Right.
yeah, friends and family over algorithms. That's our motto here at Six Degrees. So my thought was, well, what if we created a platform where you could create a private dating profile? So no more public profiles where any random person can swipe left or swipe right on you, or your coworker can see your profile, or your ex or whomever. No, a private dating profile where the only people that have access to it are the individuals that you give access to your profile. So in this sense, we wanted to create a profile that was private and that was allowed you to have some discretion in your dating, but we also wanted singles to be able to share their profiles with their friends, with their family members that they trust who know other singles. There are single good men and good women all around us. And, we often hear, oh, there's no good men or there's no good women, but no, they exist. They just may not be in the places that you're looking for them. But if you ask your cousin or your soror or, your best friend, 9 times out of 10, they can identify someone that is single and someone that is worthy of companionship. So 6 Degrees was created to bridge that gap. With 6 Degrees, if you are single, you can create your private profile and then you can share access to that profile with your friends. So I'm going to use you, Kendria, as an example. Let's say the single, I create my private dating profile via 6 Degrees. And then I know that you have the pulse on the single, eligible, saved men. So I'm going to share with you either the QR code to my profile, or I'm going to share with you the actual URL to my profile. You are then going to share either the QR code or the URL with any eligible bachelors that you know. It could be someone that you've met at church. It could be someone that you just happen to run into at the grocery store. But the idea is that you are meeting other singles via a mutual connection. Now, I know we just met, Kendria, but I feel like you have a good sense of a keen sense of judgment, and you're not someone that's going to connect me with just any random person. So that helps to illustrate the value proposition of 6 Degrees, and that you're receiving connections through people that that you trust, and then the connections that you're receiving, they've already been vetted and their identity has been verified, so there's no catfishing. And then we found that there's just an additional layer of integrity once you have been connected with someone through a mutual friend. I find that typically those connections, even if it's not a love connection, there's still a sense of responsibility in that, if we decide to go on a date or we decide to explore the connection, there likely will be less of a sense of disrespect or, just bad actors, because you still want to protect that relationship that you have with that mutual party that connected you. So that's a little bit about 6 Degrees. Looks like we have a comment here.
Yeah, someone saying I have no problem with dating apps. I think more needed today. But I mean, like what you're saying with the aspect of 6 Degrees, like to me, right? If I were to get on a dating app, this would be one that would be on the top of my priority list, because I want to be able to have some type of foreknowledge of the person that I'm going to engage with. What I hear the most about, okay, so the industry that I'm in is really a lot of singles. I mean, unfortunately, flight attendants are single. It just is, just because of the nature of our business, being gone, several days at a time. And then because you are gone, the trust factor, of course, a lot of people, deal with that. But what I'm hearing, just like what you're saying, it's a lot of beautiful women of substance. Why are you single? Like, wouldn't it be, to me, I feel like this is oh so great for me to be able to find someone, a mutual person that could connect someone with me, because you know me, you know my likes, my dislikes, my do's, my don'ts, my non-negotiables. Most of my friends know anyway. So why not be able to, you see this person as well, and you may, hey, this is a good fit. Let me go ahead and see if I can put y'all together. And then I'm knowing already, okay, I don't have to be worried about stranger danger here, because this is not, this person is not, a killer. I mean, I hate to say killer, but
I mean, hey, we've seen the Tinder Swindler. We've seen, all the different documentaries, the crime shows. These are real life scenarios where people are going on these apps and they're meeting strangers. And unfortunately, everyone's not doing their due diligence and they're not taking their time. And, there have been some really, dangerous situations that, well-meaning singles have put themselves in. But what I'll also say about the dating apps is, one thing that I experienced is, of the, the top, 5 dating apps, if you will, it's the same people on these dating apps. I've literally been on one dating app, and then I will connect with someone on this one dating app, and then I'll be on another dating app and I'll connect with the same guy on a different dating app. And it's like, okay, do you not remember my profile? Like, it's the same pictures. It's pretty much the same bio. So how is it that you are connecting with me on all these different dating apps, but then like our the discussions are still going nowhere. There's still, no actual advancement beyond the dating app towards a actual date. And I found that there are a lot of people that are on these dating apps for the purpose of vanity. You'll find that
Yeah.
a lot of people create these profiles and they're not really trying to make meaningful connections. They're just simply trying to get their followers up on their
Yeah.
Instagram or on
Yeah.
their Snapchat or TikTok. So I think that dating apps do fill a purpose in that they can help expose you to other singles that you may not have, had access to. But I think they also kind of make you a little lazy in that, you can just sit home in your, sweats and, just swipe left and swipe right without actually, expending any real effort to actually meet someone in the real world. But what I like about what we've created with 6 Degrees is that we're not trying to remove the tech element from dating. We're just trying to tech enable the dating. So with 6 Degrees, you are sourcing your candidates through the app via your mutual connections versus using the app solely as your source of meeting singles. And so I think there's
Right.
a very distinct differentiation that sets 6 Degrees apart from the other apps.
I like that. I like that. Let's see. This person says dating apps for those who are intentional with finding someone. It's like winning the lottery. For those who are not ready, it's an easy access to get their needs met, specifically for sex. It's a playground for emotionally unavailable and lack of self-aware individuals. And I think that's clearly one of the points that you're hitting now, because 6 Degrees is saying, hey, the person who's going to mutually introduce you knows what your intentions are. Are you
Yeah.
dating with a purpose? Or are you dating out here just casual dating? What are we doing here, right?
Yeah, no, absolutely. 6 Degrees is for the single that is dating with intention. 6 Degrees is for the single that is very self-aware. They know what they want. They may have been through some, emotional heartbreak or relationship trauma in the past, and they're intentionally moving away from attracting that same, case study type of person that they
Right.
traditionally dated. I think that we built this app. Well, not think, I know that we built this app for a specific type of dater. And this is someone that is doing actively their inner work. They're trying to, showcase the best, most healthiest version of themselves. And because of that, they can't take chances or take a risk by just entertaining or engaging with anyone. They really are about protecting their peace and making sure that those that they allow access to them, even if it is just via, messages on an app, that person is someone that is also in alignment with their values, what they're looking for. And I found that most of our users, they're people that are professionals, they're people that, just aren't comfortable, being on Front Street. I feel like, discretion is something that is lost in this day and age, and everything is available for, public consumption. But when you are making a decision as far as, choosing a significant other, especially if you're, dating with purpose and looking to marry, you want to make sure that you aren't just making yourself available to everyone. You want to be very targeted in your approach and the types of individuals that you're looking to date. And hopefully, if you are someone that is vulnerable and open and honest with those around you, hopefully it's, friends or family members, they know and have a sense of what you've been through. They know, the type of person that would be a good match for you. And they also know where you're going. If you have people that are close to you, you've likely shared with them your dreams and goals and ambitions. And it's important for you to connect with someone that can help water those seeds. You don't want to, connect yourself to someone that is going in a completely opposite direction of you. You want someone that is complementary. And I believe that starts with using your community as the network that you source these connections from.
Okay, I completely agree. And when we spoke the other day, I remember telling you, like, I feel like that's a very traditional approach. Like when, back in the day when you were courting, you would bring this person around other people, you know, your family members, your friends, so they could be able to also help with the vetting process. And it's not a situation of you get all the way to the aisle and then, you know what, this isn't the right person, because people who love and care about you are able to pick out maybe some commonalities that you may not see, because, you know, sometimes the whole love is blind aspect, or you're moving too fast, or things of that nature. And so I feel like this 6 Degrees app, this dating app, is so necessary, especially in this particular season. But I wanted to ask. So one thing you shared was that it's much different than the other dating apps, due to the vetting process. Like, you feel like people are more intentional about, you know, what they want. How are you able to, or how have you been able to gather that intel to say that, you know, our app is providing people who are more intentional about what they want in the dating process?
Well, what we've done is we've created an app that allows you to create your private profile. And because it's private, it gives you the opportunity to really be as open as you desire within your profile. I know
Okay.
oftentimes you're on the traditional dating apps that are, you know, your profiles are public. And
Right.
often I found that people are more hesitant to be open and vulnerable. You know, they're going to kind of keep it sweet and short. You know, they just want to, you know, maybe just throw out some type of, you know, just enough to get your attention, but there's
Mhm.
no real intention behind, you know, their bio, and they're not really communicating what it is that they're looking for because, well, you know, they just don't feel comfortable doing so. But due to the nature of 6 Degrees profiles being private, you have the freedom to, you know, to dream big. You know, I feel like you only get, well, I can't say you only get one shot, but, you know, ideally, you meet your person, and, you know, that person can be your forever person. But I think that starts with being upfront and honest and vulnerable. And because your profile is being shared via a friend or a family member to someone that they have already identified as having common ground, and sharing some alignment with your values and the things that are important to you, we're ensuring that it's a safe space and that your profile is being shared with someone that is also looking for the same things that you're looking for.
Okay. Okay. I perceive it. I receive that. So I wanted to ask, is there a monthly charge? Is there a fee with it? And the reason why I asked that is because I personally believe I'm one of those people, you get what you pay for, right? I I I believe that when you put things out here at no cost, people don't take you serious.
Mhm.
It's a game. That's been my personal experience. Even with my Be Salty brand, I've done
Mhm.
certain events when I have not had any type of entry fee. You know, I have 1,000 RSVPs. I'm out here spending all my money to accommodate, you know, food or what have you, and then you have 30 people show up, you know.
Yeah.
And so I feel like people don't respect, you know, or they don't value, maybe a better
Mhm.
word, if
Mhm.
you're not putting forth something in exchange for it. So is there a charge for this? Is this
Yes.
okay?
Yes, there is. So 6 Degrees is a web-based software as a service relationship platform. And yes, there is a fee to use it. So what we're doing is we're charging you for your connections. So the connections are the individuals that come through and that see your profile, and then they approve to continue. They approve your profile so that they can have access to you and communicate with you, and you can even video chat. So with this particular app, what we're doing is for the unlimited tier, it's a $50 a month charge. However, as a gift to the Be Salty family, I am offering a promo code, a 50% off promo code to anyone who creates a profile and subscribes. All you have to do is follow me on Instagram, follow my personal Instagram page, which is 6 Degrees of Chelsea, and also follow our 6 Degrees official Instagram page, which is meet.6degrees. And upon following both of those Instagram pages, I will send you a DM along with the promo code to receive the 50% off of the unlimited connections package. So that takes the monthly fee from $50 down to $25, and you are free to get all the connections you want and desire.
Thank you so much. And guys, I'll make sure that I will drop the information that she just shared, the handles in the comments below, also in the bio. So don't worry if you don't have it down. I'll make sure I drop it in the comments. I'm so super excited about this. Like I think it's a perfect opportunity for everybody. Like I think that one of the things that we talk about in this group on a daily basis, in one way or another, are people who are playing games,
Yeah.
right? In
Yeah.
one way or another, because men, I feel, say women want men that's going to do this, but then they're not ready for this. Well, you know what? Hey, here's an opportunity for you to have a mutual person, be able to link you up with someone who you probably match well with, and vice versa. Ladies, we're always talking about, well, a man not ready, he's not being consistent, he on the dating apps, what I hear is, the conversation is going good, and then all of a sudden he ghosts you. Well, hey, here's an opportunity for you to also link up with someone of mutual interest and be able to use the 6 Degrees dating app. I'm looking forward to each and every one of you to support Chelsea and 6 Degrees in some capacity, whether that be joining going on the website and joining in, or coming out on Sunday. She's also going to be one of the speakers on Sunday, so I'm looking forward to you coming out and to meet her there as well. If you all have any questions, I am looking for you to drop those questions in the comment for us while we're here. We're here going to be on for another 9 minutes or so, and then we're going over to Instagram. But is there anything else, Chelsea, that you want to share about the app, or?
I'll just say that I'm really interested in people beginning to connect again. I know that we have become really disconnected, of course, with the advent of social media, but then also, the pandemic. And I feel like there's an opportunity now where people really understand, especially going through the pandemic. If you went through the pandemic alone and you were single, there's a desire to be partnered, to find companionship. And, I was just listening to the news earlier this week, and they were talking about how loneliness actually negatively impacts your health. And so I want people to stop feeling like they have to date within a silo when we are, advancing or trying to advance in other areas of our life, whether it's, trying to get a job or, trying to buy a house. We have no problem asking for support, asking for assistance. But for whatever reason, when it comes to asking for support, when it comes to our love life or meeting other like-minded singles, oftentimes people shy away from that. So I'm hoping that 6 Degrees can just at the very least, create a conversation where we become accountable for the relationships that our friends and family are in, because whomever my cousin ends up marrying, he's going to become a part of my family as well, Right. So why shouldn't I, play a part in making sure that she's paired with someone that, suits her interests and is a good fit for this, personal community that I have. And I feel like if we just all start thinking more community minded versus, single focus minded, that we'll all be a lot more happier.
Let me ask you this. Do you feel like that you have a age range in on your app, or is it various ages?
I found that our app tends to trend older, and honestly, it was 50 and up.
Okay.
And so that just and also, I'll also say that right now we have about 15% more men using the platform than we have women.
Okay.
So it really kind of shook up some of the assumptions that we had initially made about, who our target user would be. But I found that, people that are, more mature, they've got more to lose than, your average, younger person who is still out here footloose and fancy free having fun, So, but people are, coupling and getting married at all age ranges. So, we like to think of 6 Degrees for, singles of any age, but certainly for the serious singles that are dating with intention.
Okay. Well, it sounds great to me. I mean, I'm all in. I asked that because I'm trying to get my son on.
Oh, well, come on now. Yes.
He probably would kill me for that, but
I
want to be able to find someone for him. Do you hear me?
Yeah. And you're better than your mama,
Oh,
He
he
ain't
gonna kill me.
really, but you know.
At the end of the day, oh, my cousin's laughing. At the end of the day, I feel as though it will work for all of us. So, again, any of you that are on, and I know I have a lot of you that come back and watch the replay, and then we get a lot of comments the next day. But I will definitely drop all of the information in the comments so you can be able to reach out to Chelsea and also begin to follow 6 Degrees as well. Again, you all, the event is coming up Sunday. Listen, this is the 1 year anniversary of my live podcast. I am so super excited. For those of you that have already been there, then you already know what to expect. but for those of you that have not been there, like, this is an opportunity for you to come. It's open discussion, okay? So y'all know I'm a church girl. Y'all know I always say that. But there's no topic off the table. I'm one of those people that I don't believe in shying away from certain topics because of the fact that I am a church girl. My thing about it is that no person is an island. We are all on this earth together, and God is looking for us to have community. In that community, we need to share testimonies. We need to be able to encourage, to motivate. And we're all in some type of relationship, dating relationship, parenting relationship, sibling relationship, working relationship. We're in a ship in some type of way. So we need to be able to come together, have these conversations, hard or not hard, tough or not tough, whatever the conversations may be, and then be able to grow these healthy relationships, because at the end of the day, healthy relationships matter. We need to get to the process of normalizing healthiness. So I'm looking forward to you all coming on Sunday. And if you have not gotten your ticket, I'm going to say it again. It is a BOGO. The BOGO ends, I believe the BOGO ends tomorrow, but the ticket giveaway ends today. So the rules are on the page. Go ahead and grab that link, download, do what you need to do, and I will see you all on Instagram. Please go ahead and come over and join the conversation. _be salty _ we will be on in the next few minutes. As always, be salty.